I grew up on a farm in Alberta, Canada, and my dad's a farmer. He's still a farmer today. My mom was a school teacher. There was 8 children, so 10 of us in a 1,000-square-foot house. But even I remember as a little girl being in the fields, and I was pulling weeds out of the sugar beet field. And I remember looking up in the sky and I'm like, I'm gonna leave this farm one day and I'm gonna move to Los Angeles. I mean, I had no idea, obviously, what I was getting myself into. I just think, sometimes when you're a little naive about things, it can be good because you kind of are then forced into reality and like, wow, this doesn't just happen. I have to work really hard. But I learned hard work from my family, from my parents. I got married when I was 22, and I always wanted to be a mom, but it kind of was like an aha moment at 30. I've had 4 kids. I need a passion for myself. So I went back to the things that I loved. I went back to music. I was like, you know what? Maybe I want to record a little CD for my kids. I'm going to record a little CD with just some kids' songs so they can hear my voice and hear me sing. So I met with a producer and I was just going to go in and sing some kids' songs, In the process, he said, maybe you should start writing your songs and maybe look at that. And I'm like, write? I don't know how to write a song. So he put me with an artist. So Josiah, he's my writing partner. One of the best pieces of advice that he ever gave me was we're sitting there writing a song and I get in my head and I get frazzled sometimes and I'm like, oh no, maybe this, maybe that. And he said, Kim, there's no right or wrong way to write a song. The kind of legacy I hope to leave behind would be timeless. Like a lot of these artists that they've lasted all these years in the industry, there's a reason they've lasted. And when you hear those names, you're like, oh, I know who that is. I want that to be with Kimberly Dawn. I want people to feel inspired by my music, but I want it to be relevant today as it will be in 20 years from now or 30 years from now. Timeless. Again, I always go back to my upbringing and where I grew up. And I remember music was a big part of my life and helped me through my teenage years. When I was going through difficult times, here I am listening to Wilson Phillips or song Hold On or whatever it is. And I remember those things. And I remember music played such a part in my life. And when I write, I try not to think too much about I want people to love the song. It's more about, if one person hears this song and they're able to feel better about themselves or it makes them feel strong and it gives them strength to get them through the day, then I've done what I needed to do. I want to be able to do for others what music has done for me.